Hello my friends and welcome back. I hope you are doing great. This is the first video of the new series. This series is about the Firebase storage, and I'm going to show you how to store the images into the Firebase storage. In this particular video we will learn how to send the images, and in the next videos I will show you how to fetch images and display them in the recycler view, do changes and delete them and everything. So stay tuned. Hit the subscribe button and the bell button to be aware about the new videos. Let's get started. First of all, I have to mention that I'm going to work on an existing project that we have created together to learn how to work with the real-time database, Firebase real-time database. And here you can find the link of that playlist. Please watch those videos first, then come back here, because I'm going to skip explaining like the overlap topics. This project is connected to the Firebase, and the only thing that we need, as I told you, we are working with the Firebase storage, so we have to connect this project to the storage. We have to create the storage. Just the same as the real-time database. Here we have the cloud storage for Firebase, and the second one, get started with cloud storage. The first one for the Kotlin. Add the cloud storage SDK to your app, and this is the dependencies, and accept changes, and here into the build.gradle. It's here, this new line, and okay, now in the source code you can find it if you want to copy and paste them. Let me zoom, and if you want to write it by hand you can do it now. So the setting is now going to be done. Now here in the console.firebase.google.com, as you see, we have only the real-time database. Here in the build, we have other services. I'm going to click on the storage and get started. This is the protected type, and I'm going to launch the test mode to check it. Okay, done. Okay, here is the storage, and here in the rule I will be able to read and write the data here until the 20th of the May of 2023. So that's good. Okay, as you remember, our application was a phone book. These are the name of the people, and these are the phone numbers, and these are the unique IDs. The idea is to upload the images into the storage, and each image will have a specific URL. Then we will retrieve this URL and we will save it here, just like the ID and the name and the phone number as one of the members of each child here. And then we can use the different libraries, and I'm going to use the Picasso library to load the URL in the image view. Okay, let's go back to the Android Studio. Okay, here I'm in the add fragment, and I have to do some changes here. I will go to do the changes, and then I will show them to you. Okay, this is the final changes of the layout of the add fragment. I have added this image view, and I've set my logo as the default image of it, and I have the new button here for picking the images like from the gallery or file manager and everything. Just let me change the ID of this, and okay, I'm going to slowly scroll down. If you want to copy the text, and feel free to pause the video and write them down. But don't worry, you can find the source code down below in the description box. Okay, we are done here. I'm going to close it, and let's go to the add fragment.kt here. We wrote the codes here to send the data through the data class contacts and the references to the Firebase. So we should add one more factor to the contacts data class, which will be the image URL. Here in the models you can find it, and here I'm going to add the new variable, so it will be val maybe a string new label and equals to null. Here I need a comma and Control Alt L to organize the lines, and that's okay. And let's go to the top and start writing the codes. Here we need another latency variable, so private latency variable, and it will be a storage reference, and with the type of storage reference. Then here after this Firebase reference I'm going to initialize it. It's completely the same as the database reference. So storage reference equals to Firebase storage dot get instance dot get reference, and here I'm going to create a new folder, and I'm going to call it images. This is the location of the images in the Firestore, and this was the name of the library in the Firebase real-time database. So as you see, these are the same. And here I need to write binding dot btn pick image dot set on click listener, and we have to write the code in order to go to the library and pick the image. So here I'm going to write val pick image equals to register for activity result, and here activity result contracts, and dot get with the capital G content parentheses and curly braces. And here we have this it. You can rename it or you can use it just the same as it's here. And binding dot img add, which is the name of the image view, dot set image URI, and I'm going to pass this it here. So this it type was the URI and it's here. And then if it is not null, we should store it in a value, and I'm going to create this value here. URI with the type of URI nullable equals to null for now, and here URI equals to it. Sorry, it should be var here, not var. Okay, and here we have to launch this. So pick image dot launch and the type image slash star, any type of image. Let me explain this part of codes for you. Here, after clicking the button, this procedure will be launched, and the phone, the OS will search for any application that can hold the images with any type, and you can choose the gallery or any file manager that you are using in your phone. Then you can select the image, and this image will be stored here in this URI. Then at the same time we are setting this image into this image view, and we are putting this image URI into this value, and now we are going to use this value. Here we extract the data from the edit text and we put them into these values, and we store them into this instance of the data class, and then we passed it to the real-time database. And as I told you, first of all we have to upload the image into the storage, then retrieve the image URL, and then we should save it into the real-time database. So for now I'm going to change this val to var, and this to this, and I'm going to delete this. Then here I'm going to write URI dot let, and now here I'm going to write a storage reference dot child. The child should be the same, and here I have the contact ID as the child, so I'm going to write it the same here. Contact ID, then dot put file, and inside this file I'm going to pass this URI, and here I have this it. Okay, and the next step is to retrieve the image URL. So I have a lot of it, so I'm going to change the name of them in order to skip confusion. I'm going to name it task and then lambda, and here we are going to use the task. If the process is successful and the photo is stored, then task dot metadata null check dot reference null check dot download URL, and then dot success listener. And now this URL that we have downloaded is stored into this it, and I'm going to name it URL, which is the HTTP address of the image. Okay, now we have to store it into this real-time database. So we need a value here. Image URL equals to URL dot toString, and now I'm going to cut them and paste them here. All of them. Okay, here I'm going to create this contacts again. Contacts equals to contacts, and now I'm going to pass the data. First of all, the contact ID, then the name, and then the phone number, and then this image URL. And I think everything is done. And also maybe we need a toast message here. Instead of data, I'm going to write image. We should know either the image also successfully stored into the database or not. So here simply we stored the image, then we downloaded the URL, and then we passed the URL into the Firebase real-time database. Now let's check it on the emulator. Okay, here I have the storage, and this is empty storage now. And here I have the real-time database. I have Max and Julia, and you see Max and Julia. I'm going to press the add, pick image. I'm going to the gallery, selecting this image, and here is the image, and I'm going to write the name of it, like my name, the phone number, random phone number, and send data. Here I have the name and the phone number and the URL, and as you see, when I'm clicking on it, the image will be displayed. And here I think I have to refresh the page. Yes, after refresh it appears the folder that I have created, images, and inside it I have this ID as well. As you see, is similar like this, ly04, yes. And inside it I have this image, and we successfully stored our image into the storage and the address of this image into the real-time database. And in the next video we will retrieve this image and display it into the recycler view. I hope this content was useful for you. I had a lot of requests to create this video, and I hope you are satisfied now. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up to help this video be watched by more people. If you have any comment, any question, or any request, please write down in the comment box below, and I will be so happy to answer to your questions. Thank you very much. Remember to subscribe the channel and have a good time, and bye bye.